So this week in wrestling, first thing we're going to talk about is Monday Night Raw. I'm going to address everything that I didn't think really mattered, and I'm going to focus on the big takeaways. Okay? So, 10-woman tag. The faces won. It was Bayley, Sasha Banks, Natalya, Lita, and Trish versus the Riot Squad, Alicia Fox, and Mickie James. It was a fun matchup, but, nothing to write home about. Nia Jax and Ember Moon had a competition backstage, talking about the Battle Royal and the fallout from it, how Ember Moon had multiple eliminations, but Nia Jax was the winner. They took on each other one-on-one. Tamina interfered. Nia Jax took advantage and won the matchup. Not like a heel thing. She distracted both Nia and Ember, but Nia was actually the one who took advantage of the situation and ended up taking out Ember. Kurt Angle addresses the World Cup. No one cares. I'm kidding. Elias, Jinder Mahal go at it because Elias made fun of Baron Corbin, who was injured from something that happened earlier. We'll talk about that. And then Elias will defeat Jinder Mahal. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode will win a triple threat attack against the AOP and Ascension. Perhaps they're going to be no more contenders for the Tag Team Championship somewhere down the line. Perhaps. I don't know. Lucha House Party defeats the Revival for whatever reason. Dolph Ziggler defeats Apollo Crews, a one-on-one matchup, and DX gets a one-up over the Brothers of Destruction. Now, to the stuff that, is probably worth talking about. Something I can elaborate on a bit more. Braun Strowman confronts Brock Lesnar, who's trying to promote Crown Jewel alongside Paul Heyman. Or Paul Heyman is promoting Crown Jewel alongside Brock Lesnar, I should say. Baron Corbin tries to stop them from fighting each other. Braun Strowman hits Baron Corbin with 2 power slams. Brock Lesnar eggs him on to do another one. He does another one and gets played like a fool and gets hit with an F5. Why? Why would you go for another power slam? It doesn't make sense. It really made him look kind of stupid. And he didn't counter the F5. And it wasn't like he got hit with a German suplex before being set up for it. He got scooped up and didn't even try to get out of it. But I guess you can make the argument that he let him hit him with the F5 because it was just like, okay, hit him with the F5. I'm going to get up anyway. And he did get up after the fact. Granted, it was once Brock Lesnar had exited the arena. Or at least he was no longer visible to the camera. Anyways. After Bobby Lashley, I think, did I say this already? I think I did. If I didn't, I'll just say it again. Or if I did, I'll just say it again. Bobby Lashley would get an opportunity to join the Crown Jewel tournament, so he'll be facing Seth Rollins instead of John Cena because John Cena doesn't want to go to Crown Jewel. A lot of the wrestlers don't want to go to Crown Jewel, but you got to do what's right for the business, air quotes. It's because he attacked Finn Balor. So, they had to do something. They had to replace him with somebody. They couldn't just do it out of the blue. They had to have it make sense. So, that's fine. Becky Lynch Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey confront each other. Champion versus champion match announced for Survivor Series. Awesome. Should be a good matchup. Should be good. Should be the main event. And then we're going to talk about Seth Rollins calling out Dean Ambrose. And he basically said, on the night that Roman Reigns addresses leukemia, you do this because you're selfish or whatever, right? I wish Dean would have gave some reasoning, and I hope it has nothing to do with Roman Reigns, because I don't want this to be about Roman Reigns having leukemia. The man could die from this. So we shouldn't be capitalizing on it, even if he did ask for permission. This isn't going to get him any genuine heat. It's not going to get him any genuine heat. It's going to get him some, but not a lot. Not going to work out the way they think it's going to. It's not going to be Tommaso Ciampa levels of heat, okay? Because Randy Orton tried this with Eddie Guerrero. Didn't work out. Paige tried this with David Flair. Didn't work out. It's not going to work. Yet they're going to do it anyway. Shame. We move on to SmackDown. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan face each other one-on-one for the WWE Championship. It's an epic matchup. It's great. It's awesome. It's worth watching. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And I'm going to spoil it now. AJ Styles retains the championship. Samoa Joe comes out, attacks AJ Styles. Daniel Bryan tries to help, but he gets attacked too by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe now will be facing AJ Styles at Crown Jewel because Daniel Bryan does not want to go. He's not going. That's fine. I like how he wasn't severely punished. That's fine. They understand and they get it. So that's cool that they let them back out of it. I'm surprised not all the wrestlers backed out of it. I mean, if they all did, I mean, would WWE still do a show? They probably shouldn't do a show, but they're going to. Can't stop them. Paige asked Charlotte if she wants to be the captain of the Women's Survivor Series team. Unfortunately for Paige, Charlotte Flair is like, I dropped my earbud. I don't want to do that because I just don't think I'm the person to do it. I understand why she's been losing big matches. So, of course, why would she be like, oh, I should be the leader? I completely understand her logic there. We'll see who becomes the leader, I guess, somewhere down the line. I guess it's just going to keep this going, which is fine. The Brood, or actually, the New Day dresses up as the Brood for a trigger street fight where Big E takes on Cesaro and Big E wins. They sprayed, they used the blood mist, I guess. Whatever you want to call the liquid that they spit. It was a fun matchup. No complaints here. I mean, I liked it. And I guess they're building up for Crown Jewel because it's going to be a tag team matchup between Sheamus and Cesaro defending those championships against the New Day. So it's going to be fun, I guess. AJ Styles demands to face Samoa Joe. We know that. Okay. They promote Crown Jewel, whatever. Shinsuke defeats R-Truth, and I swear they said it was supposed to be a WWE United States Championship matchup, but I guess they didn't. Becky Lynch sends a warning out to Ronda Rousey. Great promo. She got the fans to turn on Ronda Rousey, which is very, very interesting to me that she was able to do that. Shows how over she is or how much people like her. Again, if it's the main event, I'm fine with that. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of the main event, of a main event that I'm not fine with, actually. Got to drink water for these commentaries. Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton and The Miz. It shouldn't have been the main event. That's all I'm going to say. It was very predictable. It wasn't a bad match, but there was just no reason for it to happen. Moving on. We go to NXT UK. Noam Dar loses to Zach Gibson in the main event of an episode. Now, there were 2 episodes of NXT UK, in case you didn't know, that were uploaded. I watched one of them. And then I watched the highlights of the other after the fact. So it's cool to see these matches happening. Danny Burch defeats Sam Gradwell and build up for him taking on Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. And that's going to be cool when that happens. That's what they're saying is going to happen, but I don't know, when, where, whatever. That's what they're building up to. So, okay, that's cool. Mustache Mountain wins their tag team matchup. I mean, it was just good matches. I mean, that's all I can really say. It was just a lot of good matches, and they were just continuing the rivalries that they have currently. There was even a women's match that I'm not seeing here on WWE's website or YouTube page. That's fine though. I mean, it was just good wrestling. NXT UK has been killing it. NXT UK, NXT, and 205 Live are just doing their thing. One thing that I remember actually from NXT UK is Wolfgang has joined the Coffee Brothers now. So I guess it's going to be like a 6-man tag sort of rivalry thing going on. So I'm fine with that. That's going to be pretty damn cool to see how that pans out. But we're going to move on now to 205 Live. This has a little bit to do with NXT UK, so we're going to segue into that with this. Mark Andrews from NXT UK is challenged by Buddy Murphy in an NXT Championship matchup. I'm almost certain that Buddy Murphy is going to win that. Actually, I am certain. There's no way Mark Andrews is going to win. It's not going to happen. They can't be building up Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy for the championship and then just have Buddy Murphy defend the championship along the way. Of course, Buddy Murphy is going to retain, right? It only makes sense. Anyways, Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher, along with Drew Gulak ringside, they have a good matchup. It was very physical, and I liked it. Very technically sound and physical, so I like that about it. Drew Gulak tries to interfere, but Akira Tozawa helps Brian Kendrick, and I think it's because he felt like he owed him one, so that's cool to see. So maybe it's going to be a tag team rivalry we're seeing here between these 4 individuals. Grand Metalik destroys a freaking local competitor with some excellent counters and flippy offense. Wasn't a great match, but it was just a showcase of Grand Metalik's skills. TJP would then attack him after the match and take his mask. And then he would show it to Mark Kanellis for whatever reason. And I guess he's trying to get Mark Kanellis as an ally against the Lucha House Party, which only makes sense. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Main event, Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese. Awesome match. I enjoyed it a lot. It was actually one of my favorite matches this week. I mean, it was that, and it was the WWE Championship match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, which I again recommend you watch. And I recommend you watch this match too. It's pretty damn amazing. Excellent counters, excellent offense. Part of me wanted to see Tony Nese win because I wanted to see what happened with him and Buddy Murphy. Because earlier on in the show, Buddy Murphy was asked after Tony Nese left, "What if Tony Nese wins the number one contenders matchup?" None of your business. Like, he was just like aggressive about it. I was like, oh shit, okay, well now I want to see what happens. But Mustafa Ali won. Then Tony Nese would then attack him. Cedric Alexander would come out. Tony Nese would leave the ring, and I thought for a second that Cedric was going to hit him with a lumbar check because the way he put his arm on his shoulder, all aggressive, and I think he did that to tease, and I like that he did that. So perhaps somewhere down the line he might attack Mustafa Ali because it's like, screw you, Mustafa, because you got the opportunity that I wanted. Because earlier, Drake Maverick, the general manager of 205 Live, he was saying, I can't give you your championship rematch because you're just not ready for it. And then he sees Mustafa Ali getting that opportunity. So it completely makes sense for him to turn on him suddenly. Now we move on to NXT. Regular NXT, by the way. North American NXT, whatever you want to call it. Matt Riddle takes on Luke Menzies. This wasn't the first match, but it was one of the matches that happened. It was his debut. Of course he won, and it was cool to see Matt Riddle there. Nikki Cross defeats Mercedes Martinez. It was nice to see Mercedes Martinez. Really nice to see her. I wish the match was better, but it delivered in what it was supposed to do. Nikki Cross was crazy. And then Aleister Black would come out after the match was over. It's kind of like a jump scare for Nikki Cross. She backs off. Actually, Nikki Cross got confronted by Candice LeRae. Nikki Cross laughs at Candice LeRae, leaves the ring, and then Aleister confronts Candice LeRae, and she says Johnny Gargano isn't here. So Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black are going to face each other at TakeOver War Games in November. So that's going to be awesome when that happens. But anyways, Matt Riddle and Keith Lee get confronted by Cassius Ohno, and he's just kind of like teasing them like he's going to face him or whatever. My thing is he going to face both of them like a handicap match? Because that's a bad idea. It's going to be a triple threat. I'm down with a triple threat. And then Cassius can just take the pin. Or I actually would prefer to see Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee one-on-one at an NXT TakeOver match. Maybe Cassius Ohno will find a tag partner. I don't know. We're going to see. Crazy ass brawl between the Undisputed Era, the War Raiders, Pete Dunne, and Ricochet. It starts out with just the War Raiders, taking it to all four individuals, but then getting taken down by some weapons, which is cool. And then Ricochet would join in. They start taking advantage of the War Raiders, and they get taken down again by the Undisputed Era. And then a chair would be introduced by Pete Dunne, rushing to the ring, and he evens the odds. And then it becomes a promo for NXT TakeOver War Games. So we have the Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne, Ricochet, the UK champion and NXT UK champion and North American champion respectively, and with the War Raiders and all that. And then we have Velveteen Dream taking on Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship. That's going to be cool. And then we have probably going to have NXT Women's Championship match between Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Perhaps it'll be a cage match, which I'm fine with if that's the case. And we also have who is it? Maybe Io Shirai will interfere and help out Kairi Sane. I don't know. That'd be cool. Anyways, we also have there's one more match and I can't remember. Oh, Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano, as I mentioned before. So I like what we have here for War Games. I like everything that we have so far for all of this NXT stuff. It's all going to be great, I think. And I can't wait. NXT, and I challenge you to prove me wrong on this. Every single time that it's been NXT and WWE on the same weekend for a pay-per-view, the NXT TakeOver was better than WWE pay-per-view. If you got an example of where I'm wrong, I'll rewatch it and check it out. Because I can't name a single time NXT TakeOver was not better than WWE. Can't name it. Can't. I'm not saying that every NXT TakeOver was picture perfect. There's been some ones that weren't that good. Weren't as good as the others. of course. But overall, they've been pretty damn good. I mean, dude, they drop damn near what 4.5 to 5-star matches every time. There's always one, at least two actually, that are up there. I'm just saying, it's pretty damn amazing. So, best things, I already mentioned them, but the best things this week for me, the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese and World Contenders matchup to see who faces Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship, Becky Lynch's promo, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose's promo, and the brawl for NXT, and for NXT UK. I just like Mark Andrews versus Wolfgang. I like that match. Very simple, but I liked it. And the Fallout as well. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.